Hello. I'm down here on Marylebone Road, and I'm walking down towards the Magistrates Court. Now, the reason I'm coming down here today is because I read in the news when I woke up this morning that one of the potential suspects in the Woolwich attack is going to be, in inverted commas, tried today at a magistrates court. I wonder what decision they'll come to. Of course, the other guy already, the guy who supposedly had red hands... Oh, I'm going to die. The guy who supposedly had red hands has already been tried for murder, which is dubious. Was there a trial? Not quite sure. I don't know if they use trials in that kind of thing. What they use is a orange jumpsuit and a black bag and a tap. A faucet. I'm probably too late to see him turn up, to be honest. In fact, there is a rumour... Oh, there's some police vans down there. There is a rumour that they might have brought him in overnight. But I'll go and see what's happening anyway. It's down at the bottom of this road, apparently. I can see some yellow jackets down there, so there's certainly something going on. I can see some press and some police officers and stuff. And an ambulance. This guy was shot in the legs. I don't think he's going to be walking into the court. In the free newspapers last evening, in the lovely racist propaganda newspaper called the Evening Standard, there was a sort of full-page spread showing the types of gun that the police have in the back of their cars. And it was basically like a worship of the security system. And of course, there's that phrase, isn't there, about who benefits from anything. And you've got to say that I don't think Islam has benefited from what's happened. I don't think the EDL or anyone you could call the other side has benefited from this situation. I think the real people who are benefiting from this situation are the security industries. And the security industries, I don't know whether you know this, are hoping to actually install scanners into all of the tube stations, all the London Underground stations, by the beginning of 2014, I think is the plan. Of course, is there public opinion that says we should be scanned as we go into the tube? No, there's not. How do you create public opinion, seeing as the thing this country's always done best is opinion creation or opinion manipulation? apparently the case is starting at 10 o'clock. That's when the cases start around here. I talked to some of the press over there. They seem to be of the same opinion that he maybe turned up last night, although they have seen quite a lot of vans turning up today, but they may be decoys or they may be personnel. I'm here on Marlbone Road, and you're not going to believe this, but I noticed over the road, I mean, the courthouse is there, you can see all the press. Over the road is the Grove. No shit. It's the fucking Grove. So I'm going to act like a real journalist, and I'm going to hang around drinking coffee for about 6 hours. See what happens. I might get 30 seconds out of it, who knows. So I'm here just hanging around, and it's funny the way that the universe kind of like trolls you a lot, because if you look up here, you got one of those blue plaques, and look what it says. Right, Emma Cons. The word cons, it can mean like criminal, like a con, or it means obviously to fool somebody, but also it's philanthropist and founder of the Old Vic. The Old Vic is a theatre currently owned by Kevin Spacey down in Waterloo. It's like filled with actors. So is this a place for con artists and actors? Am I going to get splashed by a vehicle? Maybe. Maybe they're splashing me on purpose. What a freaking weird world we live in. Well, it has to be said that everyone's being very, very coy as to whether or not he's turned up or not. We just saw a van going in, but that apparently is not the only van that's gone in today. Maybe it's a decoy. You know how these things work. I talked to, I think, probably Sky or ITN news presenter, and he said he hasn't seen anything. But professionally, he's obliged to do that because he sees everybody as a competitor. The police officers, of course, are doing the beautiful thing of giving lots of information which doesn't actually tell you anything. But it is believed that he's already in there, and that possibly he's been here for quite a while. Possibly moved into a cell overnight rather than first thing this morning. Looking at myself on the camera, I'm thinking, God, I look tired. I am. I haven't had any coffee yet. But I'll stick around and see what happens. Just having a chat with those nice police officers behind me. They were looking in a mirror shop, and I asked them if they were having a good look in themselves in the mirror. They didn't really understand what I meant. Interestingly, they told me that SOCPA, which is the Serious Organised Crime and Policing Act, has now been repealed from Parliament Square and Downing Street, so presumably there's no longer a restriction on protesting around Parliament, as in the use of loud hailers and stuff like that, which is interesting. They also told me that it's been replaced by something called the Social Reform and Policing Act, which means that, and this was strange, he said that we will facilitate peaceful protest, whether it's lawful or unlawful. And I saw the female police officer sort of like move slightly when he said that, and I said, are you telling me that you will facilitate unlawful protest as long as it's peaceful? And he said, yes. It's interesting, isn't it? There's a helicopter above us. I believe it's BBC. Yep, definitely BBC. There was a lull here. Now there seems to be a little bit more activity. People are plugging their cameras back in. They're getting into place, so I think I'm probably going to do that as well. The policeman told me that the case is not going to go on for very long, and I was quizzing them basically to ask them if they were going to go down this road, and they said they didn't know, and they don't really. I'm not really responsible for that sort of thing, which I think means yes, it will go down this road. So I've taken up my strategic place. I've got a lamppost here to lean on. I don't know if you've noticed, but in London, lampposts have these symbols on them. That is, although you may be thinking, hang on a minute, what is that? That is Coco Chanel. And it does say Coco Chanel on lampposts in London. Why? This is the symbol of the Duke of Westminster, who is the richest, or was the richest Englishman in England, and he went out with Coco Chanel. And when the Duke of Westminster sort of refurbished the city of Westminster, he put their initials on out of a sign of love. I have to put a historical nugget in everything. Also, I've noticed this over here. Check this out. If you didn't think the world is trolling me, check this out. I told you.